Hi guys, Donna Avery here with Visual Testaments, and I wanted to share with you today a dream that I had, and it was pretty profound, so I want to hear from you, and I would be very interested if you get anything, a passage, any dream interpretation that you get, please comment and share below. Share this with a friend that you think could help as well. So I had the dream this morning. Literally, as I was waking up, I was still disturbed by the dream. I felt like it took place. Have any of you been in a stadium, like a big football stadium? And you know how the football stadiums typically have an upstairs, lower level, ground floor. I felt like it was almost like the ground floor, where it's very cement and encased, and there's no windows, there's none of that. I felt like it was that, but I know that it wasn't lower level, and you'll see why. I was walking through that hallway that is everything cement, and I remember thinking, I know that there's children in here. I felt like it was a learning center of some sort, and I remember walking through the hallway and going down the path to exit. And I believe I had been down it before, because I remember thinking, you know, that path it's got a pink slide that's fun, an inflatable slide that that's the only way you exit, is this fun pink inflatable slide. And the interesting thing is remember I said there were no windows, it's all cement, but you walk down to the path that's the only exit, and it's this big gaping wide hole. So it's like a stadium, you know, it's long, really big, really wide, and you're walking down to the exit though, and there is no wall there. It's wide open. You can see everything out there. And as I'm walking to that exit, I remember thinking, okay, I'm gonna get on the pink slide and slide down, but I get there and I look down and I'm shocked at how deep it is, how far it is to the ground. It's like over 10 stories. So I'm thinking, wow, okay. But what's even more disturbing is the pink slide is not there. It's a pink sheet, just a thin sheet and it doesn't even look like it's been put on well. Like, it looks like it was just kind of taped there at the foot and dropped all the way down to the ground. It's just a pink long sheet. And I remember it's just flowing kind of like in the wind down there, and I'm like looking down, way down, going, not gonna exit this way, clearly. And about that time, another woman comes out and she's standing beside me, and I know she's a teacher. That's all I know about her, is I know she's a teacher. And she walks to the edge and she goes, wow. And about that time, I hear a whole bunch of kids come pouring out of rooms down that hallway. And I don't know, probably hundreds of kids, not just 5 or 6, not just 30, hundreds. And I remember looking at her going, we've got to get these kids away from this exit, because this is the exit that I knew that everybody knew was there as a pink inflatable slide that's fun to go down. And I remember looking at her saying, we've got to get these kids away from this exit. Help me get these kids away from this exit. And I was already trying to think of how I can get them to all, like, you know, hold hands and get away, because there's tons of kids. And I'm trying to think of how many I can save, because clearly there was just way more kids than just me and her could handle. And so I turn around and I start saying, Candy, come with me. Let's go back this way. Who wants candy? And I wake up. Right there. And I remember even thinking, what am I gonna do? I felt the burden of there's clearly some that I can't, there's not enough of me to keep them all from going to the edge. And I felt that heavy burden. So I wanted to share that with you guys, because within seconds of me waking up, and I was still a bit groggy, but I'm like, Lord, what does that mean? And I felt like he showed me Proverbs 14:12, I think it is, where there's a way that seems right to man, but in the end it means death. And I'm telling you guys, like, if you saw the drop was at least 10 stories, cement drop, okay? Down there was cement. It wasn't like where you can just pull a transfer truck up and unload. It looked similar to that on the edge, but the whole thing was opened up, and there was at least 10-story drop. So no one would have went out that way in their right mind. And so I'm just, as I think about it, I'm still concerned for those children. So they were about 3, 4, 5 years old. If that helps you. I remember thinking they were super young. It wasn't like it was 8, 9, 10. They were like 3, 4, and 5. And there was a lot of kids, maybe 6 or 7 teachers that I saw coming out with all of them, but just no one aware of where that drop was going. And clearly they were all running towards it because they were used to exiting that way, and they were about to exit. So share with me what you guys got. Comment below. Share this with a friend. Love you guys.